Day number 1 is going to be the group qualifiers, where the bottom seeds of each region will play for a spot in the group stages, top 4 being split up between Group A and Group B, who we will see perform on days 2 and day 3 of this tournament. Let's talk about how today is going to go. We've got our qualifier stage, 5 games total, and you can see the point structure on the right-hand side. 8 points for first, going all the way down to 1.48. All of the players competing in this tournament will be looking for a chunk of this incredible prize pool, with first place not only taking the title, but also $44,500. So let's go ahead and introduce you to the players that I'm sure need no introduction. We're taking a look right now at the 8 players competing in the group stage.
Championships on board with Mbappe, who took 8th last game, so we'll see if he can create a little bit more success for himself. Iconic early for sure, Kane. And, you know, we have seen a little bit of Ash carry stuff come out. This isn't going to be Ash carry long-term, obviously, but, like, it is something that works. Ash did get a little bit stronger in the last match, I believe. And either way, it's going to be a strong economic start with the eggs. This is sort of the basic, like, good way to be piloting Draconic early on if you don't have a lot of obvious strength from early 2 stars.
Yeah, the fascinating thing is, again, we talk about how the more people that are playing the open port style, the better. And so that'll allow Shurikane to kind of reach that late game Draconic stage without taking too much damage. Here, unfortunately, he does get hit with the 10 damage with a pretty strong board. But he's hoping for some matchups against some less strong... Oh my goodness, the Galio! Holy moly!
Wow, all right, that's massive, because if you can find a Zyra now, that's 5 Draconic early. We're going to check back in with that later.
Spellweaver, and there's the Zyra. You've got to get 5 Draconic in here. I would almost incentivize a double level here, just to get that 5 Draconic in and try to preserve as much health as possible. But either way, 5 Draconic here, so now we're going to see the golden eggs come out, and if he can get a big golden egg, that's going to turn everything around.
Bench going towards a 3-star or not? We're going to take a look at it and find out. It was just the first Zyra 2, it looks like, for him. No, it was one on his bench. Never mind. He's going to do some swaps here now. He did kind of obviously push this 5 Draconic to its limit. He finds the Teemo. He has a pretty strong Ziggs with the Rascal's gloves on it. This board I just don't know if this is going to be it. You know, I don't know if this is going to be a board that can really deliver him from an 8th here.
If he can manage to 2-star either the Heimer or the Teemo, and as well as some of his frontline, because right now his frontline is really lacking. And we're kind of seeing his front line just kind of get melted here. That's going to be the big thing. And right now, he's holding a lot of units and has not hit. So, thankfully, it looks like he's barely going to win this fight. So, he's also win streaking. So, these are the players that right now look to kind of have, like, the strongest boards in the lobby. Meanwhile, Mbappe is playing a pretty standard Aphelios comp with the Nightbringer, has the Akshan. This is just a really strong comp, and still has plenty of health before he even gets his Thieves Gloves. So this has got to feel pretty good.
Ooh, gets hit with like a... Oh, gets a shroud on the... Well, gets hit by the shroud, rather, from the Radiant Thieves Gloves on the other side. That's going to give Fled a lot of time to come in here and get some damage done to the front line. Akshan doing what he can in the back, but that cannon... Oh, the cannon does go down. Opportunity for Aphelios here, maybe.
Yeah,
One more cast.
He's got this.
We'll do it.
Aphelios with Deathblade is just eats up all these Hellions. You get the Hellions, you get the Hellion clones, and all of a sudden you have a Deathblade with 170 AD that is just eating things alive.
There's not a ton yet that can make this better than it is.
Yeah.
Incomplete.
Unfortunately, the position here doesn't look great. The Diana doesn't get towards the Kayle for the Frozen Heart. So it's really going to come down to if Lucian can maybe sneak in some shots on the Kayle here, but otherwise, I definitely favor Kayle in this matchup.
Oh no, and the Heimerdinger misses the Kayle as well. So any and all instances, any and all possibilities of doing damage to this Kayle did not work out. That is going to be enough to knock Nuko Maru from Japan out in 5th place. Esha takes a 6th. So I was worried.
But yeah, so here we are. Spencer, who was willing, played the early Kled, but then was willing to pivot, got the Lucian on, and like I said, Lucian is a very good top 4 comp, so he's got to be really happy with this finish, especially we only have 5 games, so he has a 1st and at least a 3rd, so that's got to feel really good. Shurikane with that early 5 Draconic did exactly kind of how we played out, where he got some strong legendaries, turned it around, and that's great. And then Mbappe, who played that really, really strong early game, now has the Akshan comp. This could go any way. I definitely wouldn't be betting on Spencer here, but it's pretty cool to see all these players get to this position.
Mbappe double kill opportunity. I believe it was his Ghost playing against the other player here, playing against Spencer. See if he can fulfill that. So much stuff on Mbappe's side, including this Akshan too, and that is just a ton of damage. Shurikane out, and Shurikane, yep, and Spencer out. It is that double kill. Mbappe dominating game number 2.